Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stoneblock. This is episode 7, and so I hope I edited it properly in the last video, but if we go down into settings, I had my difficulty set to peaceful when we were working with the passive mobs up above the bedrock. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I quickly turned it back onto the normal difficulty, and we got ourselves plenty of Endermen spawning, plenty of Ender Pearls, and all of that stuff. So what I would like to do today is we're going to do a few things. First things first, we're going to come in here, and we're going to craft up 24 of these Ender Irons. And we're going to craft up all the Ender Iron armor. And then because I have somewhere in one of my chests this pure draconium, we're going to craft up some more of that, and then we're going to get the draconium armor, which is going to require one more piece of obsidian. Not too bad. And then we will probably take to the end exploring some end cities. There's not really anything I need to do in the last city that I was just in. There's a few chests that I could look at, but to be honest with you, the only thing we're after is the elytras and a dragon head. So we need to respawn the ender dragon. We're going to work on the draconium armor, and I think we got the wither, and that's about it. So I am going to go through into here, and we are going to take some of this iron and craft up. Is that the right? That is not the right. Is it like that? It's not like that. How was the recipe? Oh, it's Eyes of Ender. Okay, so I need to go back downstairs. Let's see. We have be in this chest here. I've got 3 blaze rods, which will make me 6 pieces of blaze powder. So I'm going to go do some soul sand sifting is what we're going to do. So yeah, let me do that. We're going to craft up all of this stuff, and then I will come back and we will craft up the armor together. Alright, so I didn't need to sift too much soul sand before we got 24 pieces of blaze powder plus the blaze rods. So I'm going to go ahead and craft up the chest plate. We will get the leggings. We will get the helmet. Let's see. There we go. And then we will do the boots. So this has protection 7, projectile protection, and unbreaking. So this has got fire protection. This has projectile protection. So that's nice, and it's a little bit better. Now the next thing that we need to do, since we have the Ender Dragon head from the first ship we found, is go ahead and craft up a little bit more of this draconium, just because we can make the armor. So with that, plus 4 pieces, this will get us all the draconium armor, which I messed up right here. Alright, so that has protection, fire protection, blast protection, projectile protection, mending. This is, oh my goodness, armor. So this should suit our needs just a little bit better than any of the other armor. We might as well make it. And there we go. So it's got mending and breaking. It's got everything on it. So let us go back. Let us go back. Let's see. We have this chest here, which has all of our tools in it. And I think we ought to take... Let's just use this bottom chest, even though it's a project chest. And we are going to put our different armor pieces in here. So the meteorite armor isn't too bad. It's more, focused on the nether with the fire protection. There was no quest to make the ender armor, but I went ahead and did it. And we're going to wear the draconium armor and go through to the end and do some more exploration. So let's put that in there. Let's put this in there. So we've got our Silk Touch pickaxe. We've got some rockets. I made a shulker box. We have the ender chest we snagged right here. There's nothing in it. We will have to snag ourselves another ender chest inside the end. But let's go ahead and throw this in there for now. So I think we are completely set up. We got a good bow, things like that. Now one thing I want to do before we head into the end is cruise on down to... Where's the Awakened Draconium? Let's see. This is still all Draconium stuff. Ender Hammer. Awakened Draconium ingot times 20. So it does use Draconium, that's what I was worried about. It uses a nether star. Looks like we've got some end crystals and we've got some gold. So I'm going to have to kill the boss twice. Because we need 24 ingots just for the armor set. We're going to need, that's 24, 26, 7, 28, 29, 32, 33 pieces of this. So we're going to need 2 sets of this. So I'll need 2 nether stars. But that is something for later. Once we get into the nether and start fighting the wither, we got our really awesome sword here with the looting 15 and sharpness. Oh my goodness. The FOV. So let's jump into here. So last episode we had some issues with recordings and things like that, and then no Endermen spawned. And as you can see, we got ourselves a little cheaty platform. We'll do this. We need a couple ender pearls. I actually didn't bring any blocks with me either, so we might have to head back to the base. Every now and then we get ourselves a decent amount of ender pearls. Sometimes that still does only give us none. So let's see, we could just kind of break all of this. I guess we could mine this stuff too, the end stone. Yeah, let's just do that. And we'll pillar up. Okay. So we'll pillar up right here. And one thing we got to be careful of or cautious of is the patrols. Those guys right there. And goodbye. So here's the end city we already explored. We went into one area I saw. Nope, I don't want those there. And I cannot remember. I believe it was that guy there for the ender chest. Now what we can do is we can pop up to the top here. And we don't really need to worry about the shulkers too much. We can come in here and grab any of this stuff that's valuable. Which really and truly none of it is. But I'm going to take a few of these items just in case. We really shouldn't need too much. I don't think we need any like diamonds. We don't need gold. I think I've got plenty of that. We definitely don't need any shulker shells. We got another area up there that we could go to. The one thing that makes me just a tad bit nervous is our Lytra only has so much durability on it. We did not get any books. I looked up some AFK fishers, but there wasn't anything really good for what we need. We could take some beetroot seeds, but I don't really see the point. It's not a bad helmet. Alright, so the thing that we need to do, I guess, is pick a direction. There's our end portal there. So I think we're going to fly off in that direction. Yeah. And we're going to find ourselves another end city. Alright, so we did some flying that way, and we didn't really find anything. So I made a hard right turn. We came this way, and we found another city. As you can see, we're halfway on the durability, and we've used up quite a bit of rockets. And like I said, the only thing I'm really after is the elytra inside these and the dragon head. So that's mostly what we're going to go find. I mean, we might as well take what we have here, as I believe we're going to need some diamond blocks and stuff like that for the awakened draconium. I think it was diamond blocks. So let's see, what do we have for blocks? We don't have much. The comment on episode 5, I believe I got from Victimborn, was saying that the end recipe where you have the 4 elytras and the dragon head in the middle was not quite working. So I'm curious to see if it actually works when we do it, or if we're going to have to fix it, fix the command blocks, or if we're going to have to cheese it in. I don't know. But we're going to do the end. We're going to get this taken care of. The only other thing that I've got to do is come back and respawn the dragon and actually fight it properly this time instead of on creative, which I guess it's, or not creative, but on peaceful is what I was doing last time. Could have been why I didn't see the particle effects, and that's why the shulkers weren't shooting at me, and there was all kinds of different things going on. Oh, there's an end gate. That's good. Not too worried about those until we're done here. So really, realistically, depending on my elytra, which is fading fast, we're probably going to have to use one of these elytras, and I'm wondering, I wonder if the crafting recipe wants full elytras or if it can have some durability missing. If it can't, it can't. It's not a big deal. We'll just get ourselves multiple elytras. I got a noisy house at the moment. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna continue on trying to find us some more end cities while paying attention to this. See if we can't get ourselves, well, 3 more elytras at least. And it used to be you could repair them with leather. I don't think you can do that anymore. I think it's the phantom membranes, which we're not going to get any of because there's no daylight cycle, which is an unfortunate thing. So we should have at least got them breaking on this thing before we ventured out. So anyway, I'm going to keep going, seeing what I can see. There's not been much, so hopefully we'll find another city soon. Let me land before I try to end this clip. Alright, we'll be back in just a little bit. So not too soon after I ended that last clip, we found ourselves another ship, which is really nice. We are nearing the very, very end of the durability on this elytra. And I really wish that we found like books inside these chests. But it doesn't look like that's the case. No big deal. We'll go out here, we'll get this guy. Oh, that was a good quick little save. I'm going to steal the dragon head, so I need one for the actual craft of the end, which we have 2 elytras for now, and unfortunately I'm going to probably have to equip another one of these to keep my flying around. Let's see. Excuse me. There we go. We're getting a ton of these. Like I said, I'm not sure if the durability will be a problem or not, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to find at least 2 more elytras, and then we'll go from there. So this city is looking promising. There should be a ship, I hope. It's a fairly decent sized one. Yep, there's the ship right there. Awesome. This one wasn't too far away from where we flew off the last time. And we'll just keep doing this. So, got some gold. That stuff really doesn't matter. Well, let's see. We're sitting on 3 elytras total. I'm not sure. The only way to repair them is the membranes, like I said, or mending. We don't have mending. We'd have to fish and do quite a bit. If we were playing on Pocket Edition, we could get an auto clicker pretty easy and do an AFK fish farm, but we're not. So, yeah. All right. We may just have to give ourselves some membranes or turn on the daylight cycle and go up above the bedrock and do it that way. I'm not sure. I'm putting in the legwork to getting the elytras. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Right there's the ship. So going up on the Z axis was the best thing I could do. I think we can put them in the what do you call it? The anvil. We'll take the diamonds. I don't care about the gold. I'm not worried about that. I think we could put these like in the anvil and combine the two to get them repaired. Or we can venture out one final time, keep going this way, and see if we can't find ourselves just one more city. Because those two were really, really close together. So let's see if we can find one more city before the durability of this elytra wears out. And then we'll have 4 kind of brand new elytras for the crafting recipe. So, let's throw another stack of rockets. We're doing pretty good. We're getting pretty lucky with our in-city findings. Normally when I do some in-city ratings, I know there's like either on the Z or the Z or the X-axis is the way you're supposed to go from in-city to in-city, and you can find them fairly easy. I've never figured it out. I just fly. We're about halfway on the durability of this one, so hopefully we'll get a city or find a city soon, and then, yep, here we go. That's a little one. Is it going to have a ship? No. Alright, well, I'm going to keep flying around, see if I can find one more before the durability runs out. Alright, not too far away from where we were at, we found another ship. This should give us our 4th clean elytra. Nicely done. And let's see. We explored a couple. There was a few in-cities in between this one and the last one. They didn't have ships, but they had a small amount of or a couple of rooms that we could explore, so we did. One thing, we've been talking about these elytras and repairing them, and one thing you can do is you can take them like this in your crafting table to repair them, but then you lose out on one of the elytras, which isn't a bad thing. We have what we need for the end product, but we're going to have to find our way out of here. I guess while we're at the end of the ship, we ought to do this. So now I need to find an end gate and then get myself out of here and get back to the base. And I was hoping there'd be one close to this end city. Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't. Which way am I heading? I'm heading up on the X. And typically what I found is in groves of this coarse fruit is where the end gates like to hide. Now, one thing that we also might as well do while we're here is go ahead and shoot off these coarse flowers. Oh, come on. I don't think we'll need this stuff, but we might as well take it. And you can shoot it with an arrow, and then we can simply break the bottom here, and we'll get some coarse fruit, and we'll get some coarse flowers, just in case we need them, and then we'll get out of dodge before I look at an Enderman. Oh, here's another city. Oh, it's got a ship too. Well, let's go. Might as well, right? You know what? I don't want to. I just want to get out of here. This is what I was talking about, little ones that I was finding, and I'd go up there and raid the chests. I thought there'd be an end gate nearby. So the other way to do it, since we are so far out, is we could dump all of our stuff into a shulker box and an ender chest and all of that, and then we could get out of here. Of course. Finding all the cities. So anyway, let me land. I think we were just right here. Anyway, let me get my bearings straight, because we want to go this way and this way. So we want to go that way to head back in the direction that we were heading. And I know I saw an end gate at like 2,000 by 8,000, somewhere in there. So that's where I'm going to head to. And I will meet you guys back at the base. Alright, so we're back at the base, safe and sound. We made it just by the skin of our elytra. I've put away a few things, and I wanted to take a look again at this recipe here. So this is the awakened draconium, and I did not notice this before, but this wants pure draconium times 20. And I need 2 recipes of this, so it's a good thing I did grab the couple of dragon heads that I grabbed. I actually grabbed 3 total, and that's exactly the amount I'm going to need for this craft and crafting up the end. Now, the one thing that I'm going to need is these guys right here, and I'm going to need the 2 nether stars. So these require a gas tier, I believe. They're called end crystals. Let's look that up. We can't look it up in the 2x2. I'm not going to craft this recipe up just yet. Because it is the end, and I want to finish up the last couple of things that we need. So we're going to need 2 nether stars, which means I need to get 6 with the skeleton skulls, so we can do 2 fights of the wither. So now if we look this up, so it requires a bunch of glass, it requires eyes of ender, and it requires gas tiers. So I need 4 of them for the awakened draconium, and I need 4 of them to respawn the ender dragon and take him out once again. So what I'm going to do then, and it's, you know what, it's going to be next episode. I think we've done enough this episode, is we're going to have to go through the nether. We're going to have to collect ourselves at least 5 more gas tiers, and then we're going to go get ourselves some wither skeleton skulls. So defeat the wither, respawn the ender dragon, full set of draconic armor is done, awaken draconium armor. It just says the armor. I think we're going to make the tools too, and then craft the end. So the other thing that it wants us to do is get a 10 double chests of cobblestone. Yeah, we're probably gonna hold off on that. I do want to also craft myself the emerald armor set so I can have that in here. And then we'll have our awakened draconium in here, and that's all the different armor sets. Here is the recipe ready for the end. And here is my 2 dragon heads that I have left over. I didn't collect all the dragon heads because I didn't think I needed them. I thought that the crafting recipe only required 1 of these, but it requires a lot more. So anyway, we got ourselves quite a bit of shulker shells from that if ever we needed them. We got a shulker box here, but that is going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of us just kind of cruising the nether, or the end, getting what we needed. As always, leave a like below, leave a comment, and I will see you on the next one.